guys, it's Holding Lives with you here, bringing you the Promised Neverland episode 2 anime review. This episode was real good. It's just sort of, Emma waking up from this horrible nightmare that she has of a dinner table, and when she walks up to it, there's nothing, there's plates and stuff on the dinner table but no food, and she's looking around, and when she turns around, a demon comes out to grab her. And that's when she wakes up, and she has a real bad cold sweat and crying. And through this episode, we see the next morning, she's panicking, and she's just there standing in the dishes shaking, and she's looking at Mama, and she's scared because this is the woman that she thought that she loved as a mom, but then after what she's doing to her, it's she's torn between the feelings, and she's just in shock. And then you have this moment where Norman comes in with two kids smiling, and he goes up to her and he whispers in her ear, "You have to smile." So she's forcing herself to smile, and you can tell it's really hitting her hard. She's very emotional about this. And we get this one scene where Mama actually goes up to Emma, and she grabs her right here, and she's like, "This morning you looked sad. You had a cold sweat. You looking kind of pale. Are you okay?" And it's the way she's speaking in this sweet voice, but we know her true colors now. We know she's not a sweet woman because of what she's doing to these kids. And at the same time this is going on, Norman's in the corner, and he sees this and hears this, and he's freaking out. And Emma, from being scared and being freaked out, she automatically she switched. This switch just activates, and she ends up hugging Mother and saying, "I'm just worried and thinking about Connie. I know when she grew up she wants to be a great mother like you, and I miss her." And she's like, "Yeah, I know." Then Ray, the guy with the black hair, the Sasuke of the anime, I guess you could say, the cool kid or emo kid, he comes out of nowhere behind Mama and scares her with a bell, ringing and saying dinner. And no one ever knew how, he was a ninja with it. That's how sneaky Ray is. I still don't trust the guy, but just keep that in mind. So they go eat dinner, and when Norman and Emma, when those two go down the stairs, Mama asks them, "Did y'all approach the gate yesterday?" And they froze. And Norman turns around and he told Mama, "No, that's against the rules. Why do you ask?" And Emma's like, "Yeah." But she's saying yeah in her voice, and she sounds like she's secure, but we know her facial expression isn't, because she's shaking when looking face down. So, common sense, even though she said yeah, that she was not there, and she agreed with Norman. I think Mama caught on to that, and Mama was like, "Oh, okay, just wanted to know." And they continue going downstairs, Norman and Emma. And when they get to the bottom of the stairs, Emma drops on her knees in a very deep cold sweat, and she becomes even paler than she was before. And even Norman himself, his hands are shaking. He can't stop shaking. He even reaches his hand out to Emma to try to grab her hand and pick her up from the ground. And when Emma turned around to grab his hand was still shaking. So, and it's understandable, these are kids going through the situation. I mean, can you imagine you being a kid, 12 or under, and you find out where you live is actually a farm, and they're shipping you off to demons to eat you? I mean, that's something hard to take as a kid. So then after dinner and stuff, we have the next episode, the next season, or scene, I should say, where they're outside playing, and they're thinking of a way to escape, and Ray comes in, and they get real quiet, and he puts his arm around them, and he's like, "Look, you're hiding something. You said you failed in bringing Connie her bunny, but yeah, when you came back, there was no bunny in your hands, and you've been acting weird since then, especially Emma. So what's going on?" And since he had his arm around them, he had Emma by her cheeks, and he had Gray by his shoulder. Norman by his shoulder, so he wasn't letting go. And they finally spilled the beans to him, and he took it nonchalant. He was just set up, "Okay, bet. So what we're gonna do?" And he brings up a good point to Emma. He was like, "You want to take all these kids with us when we escape, but haven't you thought about the outside world? There's no place for us. This is a farm owned by demons making humans, which makes you think when we pass that wall, there's not gonna be humans out there. We didn't have no protection out there, no food, no nothing. We don't know what's out there. And Emma was like, I don't care. I still want to bring all the kids with us. And he was like, look, we should leave the ones that are 6 and younger behind and take everyone that's 7 and older and leave. It'd be easier. But, Emma basically won the argument, technically. And he went up to Norman, and Ray's grabbing him by his collar. Say something to this idiot. And he's like, I can't. I want to see her smile. And he's like, stop being emotional. And he's like, oh, I'm not being emotional. I just love Emma, and I like seeing her smile, and I want to keep seeing her smile. And he was like, you're not. You're worse than her. And he was like, yeah, maybe. But what are you going to do? Don't you want in on this? And he was like, he kept a smile. He was like, yeah, you're right. Then the bell rings, and they had to go back to the house early from their vacation, or break, I should say, out in the woods. And that's when the ball drops, and things get worse. They didn't just have now Mama to worry about. Now they have 2 mamas to worry about, because they got a new sister. So now she has a helper, and her name is Chrome, or Krona, I believe it's pronounced. And that's the second sister we see. She's most likely going to be my thumbnail. And yeah, she's basically the new sister. And the helper of Kara, the original mother. So now everyone is freaked out, because now it's 2 adults against all these kids. Or against 3 kids, really. Norman, Ray, and Emma. And Norman and Emma are paranoid. Like, not paranoid, but they shook and scared. But when it comes to Ray, his facial expression was unique, because he wasn't scared, but he wasn't mad. He just had like a smirk on his face while looking at Mama, and Mama looking at them. So I'm assuming Mama knows these are probably the top 3 that knows what's going on and were there. But why is Ray acting all nonchalant and accepting the story and accepting Mother, knowing that this is going to be harder, but he took it like it didn't really matter? I still say something's wrong with Ray. I'm not saying that he's a traitor, but it just, the way his actions are, there's something up with him. I just can't put my finger on it. But that was the episode 2 of Promised Neverland. It's doing a very, very faithful job of keeping its imitation from the manga. Because yes, I do review, I don't review the manga, but I do read it weekly. So, but good episode. Some good points was brought up by Ray and Emma. It's nice to get character development for these guys already. Seeing how like they can play off, even though they're real scared and petrified, they can play it off when they need to. But now that we got this new mother, Kuroma, things are gonna be a lot difficult for these kids, and the things are, the situation they're already in is already difficult, sadly. So it's just gonna get worse from here on out. But that's all I have for you guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Follow me on Twitter. My link will be down below. Please, no spoilers in the comments for the anime viewers, and for the anime only viewers. Tell me what you liked and didn't like about this episode, and what you're waiting for in the next episode. And I catch you in the next one. Holding Alice out. Have a good one.